Hello everyone, today we're going to be opening a booster box of Strixhaven School of Mages. These boxes contain 36 packs with 15 cards each. The set was released April 23rd, 2021, and pricing is going to be provided as of May 25th, 2022. Alright, and here it is everyone, our Strixhaven draft booster box. Seals are looking good. No turning back now. And why would we want to? Alright, that feels about right. Here we go, Strixhaven, pack number 1. Alright, we're starting off with a Resculpt, a Reckless Accomplice, Pilldrop Warden, Lash of Malice, Infused with Vitality, Stone Rise Spirit, a Weatherbloom Pridemate, Make Your Mark, Bioplex Assistance, Spirit Summoning, Maelstrom Muse, Kelp Guide, an Honor Troll, and we're going to get a Giant Demigoth Titan. He's an 11/10. Wow. All right, as our rare, and then we're going to see a Memory Lapse coming from the School of Mages, and then a non-token token. So neither the Demigoth Titan or the Memory Lapse from the School of Mages are going to be over $1. So we'll just go ahead and stack those up. In the School of Mages series, we're looking for a Teferi's Protection or a Demonic Tutor. Those are both available to us in this particular box. So we'll keep an eye out for those. There is one common currently holding over $1, and that's going to be a Dragon's Approach out of red. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Alright, so we're going to get a Shahil, Dean of Radiance for a rare, and then a Divine Gambit uncommon out of the School of Mages, and then an Elemental token. Go ahead and sleeve these two up. And move on to our next pack. Alright, so we're going to start off things with a Reject. Environmental Sciences. Alright, so we're going to see a Practical Research, an Access Tunnel, and for our rare, we're going to have an Auric Lord Mage, followed by an Abundant Harvest, and a non-token token. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to separate all the School of Mages on one side and all of the Strixhaven, or excuse me, Mystical Archive on one side, and School of Mages on the other side. Alright, Blood Age General, Expel, Divide by Zero, Golden Ratio, Spell Satchel, and we're going to get an Augmenter Pulogist, followed by a Defiant Strike, and a foil Village Rites, and a Pest token. I forgot you can get these in foil as well. Unfortunately, the Village Rites isn't uncommon, as is the Defiant Strike. In the Mystical Archive, there are no uncommons that are currently over $1, just the rares and the mythics. Alright, weird, that's coming early. We got a Teachings of Archailes as a rare, then an Overgrown Arch uncommon, Lorehold Excavation, Detonation Vortex, then another rare, Efreet Flame Painter, an Agonizing Remorse, and a Team Pennant foil. Wow, so that pack was just all over the place. So double rare, but one rare in the middle. And neither the Ifrit or the Teachings are going to be high value cards. I promise I'll call it out when we see it. There's just there's not a ton in this particular set. Most of the value is coming from the mystical archive cards over here on the right hand side. Alright, tenured Incaster, Quandrix Cultivator, a Snow Day, and we're going to get a Quandrix Command, followed by a Whirlwind Denial, some foil Zephyr Boots, and a blank card for future use. So still no high value cards coming in. Kind of a deadly box so far. Plenty of packs to go. Alright, Show of Confidence, a Bookworm, a Shadewing Laureate, and there's our first land, Fury Calm Snarl. It's going to be just over $1. Alright, and then we're going to see a Mythic coming from the School of Mages. So Mizit's Mastery is currently over $6. Oh, and there's a foil rare coming in. So there's our Lorehold Command. Fortunately, not a high value rare. And a non-token token. Potentially in foil, that'll hold some value. So that was probably our most valuable pack thus far. Probably about $7 worth of value, $8 worth of value in that particular pack. So it's a start. It's a move in the right direction. Tome Shredder, Witherbloom Campus, Closing Statement, Reduced to Memory, Solve the Equation. So this is going to be an uncommon that is worth a few dollars, just over $3. And then Vine Glimmer Snarl. So this is going to be just over $1. And then we're going to see a Negate and a Fractal. So the uncommon in that pack bringing us some value. Alright, just going through the commons, looking for that Dragon's Approach. Not seeing it. Alright, so now we got Humiliate, Umbra Juke, Emergent Sequence, and then a Dragonic Intervention coming in from red, and then a Lightning Bolt coming from the school. So this is just over $3. So definitely nice to see that. I like the way that they frame those cards. They just, I don't know, they look classy. I think they're going to play nice and well with the Streets of Capenna. I think the visual themes of these cards kind of play nice with those. Alright, so we got a Witherbloom Apprentice, Quandrix Apprentice, and then a Flunk, and then we have an Accomplished Alchemist, and a Regrowth. Not a high value out of that particular set. Then we have Rowan, one of our emblems. I should call out there are no tokens, emblems worth more than $1 in this particular set. They're all very low value. Alright, so the Dusk Mage. Alright, Overgrown Arch. Reconstruct History. Academic Dispute. A Lorehold Command. And then we've got a Strategic Planning and an Unwilling Ingredient with a Spirit token. Elemental Masterpiece. All right, Dina Soul Stepper. Containment Breach. Ingenious Inspiration. And then we're going to have a Dramatic Finale. And then an Eliminate. And a blank card. So again, no high value cards there. All right, we got a Curate, Letter of Acceptance. All right, Stonebinder's Familiar, Returned Pass Caller, Mascot Interception. We're going to see a Mythic coming out of red, Crackle with Power. This is going to be just over $8, so very nice to see that Mythic appear. And then we're going to have a Village Rites, and then a Frost Trickster, and a Fractal Token. So good pack there. All right, Unwilling Ingredient again. Oh, there's our common that's currently just over $2, Dragon's Approach. Zephyr Boots, Mentor's Guidance, Deadly Brew. Oh, and look at that. We've now we've got an extended art or borderless Milla, Crafty Companion showing on up here. Nice Mythic. I did read that we were eligible for the borderless cards in this particular product. Wasn't sure if we were going to get it, so it's looking good. So another high value pack for us. So that's at least 2 of those in this particular box. Oh, and would you look at that? Another Dragon's Approach. Love it when the commons just keep coming. All right, so we got a Mage Hunter, a Ruthra, Mercurial Transformation, and a Sparring Regimen. It's a fun card to play with. All right, and then a blue Zenith Sun coming out of the school. Just over $2 for a Mythic, and then we're going to have an Elemental. So another decent pack. Just going to put the 2 Dragon's Approaches next to each other, make the sorting a little bit easier. All right, we got a Novice, a Pledge Mate, a Squad, a Square, a Summoning, a Blackish Trudge, Returned Pass Caller, the Wrangler, and then we've got Auric again. I think we've seen him once before. And then Claim the Firstborn, and then a foil Mythic Magma Opus. Looking good. The non-foil is currently over $6, so this should be hopefully at least $6. This is one of the sets where foils and non-foils started to see parity in price, and in some instances, the non-foil is actually more valuable than the foil. So, because we are getting quite a bit of foils, we'll definitely do an analysis on the price difference between foil and non-foil. All right, Necrotic Fumes, Cultivator, Snow Day, and we're going to get Plarg, Dean of Chaos, and an Adventurous Impulse. All right, Heated Debate. All right, Blackish Trudge, Prismari Apprentice, Fortifying Drought, and then we've got Culmination of Studies, and then a Snakeskin Veil, and a common Blood Age General. So no high value cards in that particular pack. All right, Archway Commons. Oh, we got another pack with a rare in the middle. Basic Conjuration, Creative Outburst, Show of Confidence, an Aether Helix, and there's a Fervent Mastery, and an Electrolyze, and a Symmetry Sage with an Elemental token. Unfortunately, even though we got 3 rares, not a single one is valued at over $1. Come on to Demonic Tutor or to Fury's Protection. Love to see one of those come out of this box. Detention Vortex, Lorehold Apprentice, Master Symmetrist. All right, we're going to see another Mythic here. So we're going to see a Belladros Witherbloom. So this is one of the more expensive cards in the set at just over $12. An Infuriate, and then we're going to see a rare Freet Flame Painter. The non-foil is not over $1, but maybe the foil redeems it. We'll see. So that dragon definitely adding to our value stack. You know, even if it's not a card you're going to play with, you still want to see some value in it, so that way you can trade or get store credit, right, for something that you do want to play with. So it's nice to see that value show up. All right, so we have Blot Out the Sky coming in here. This is going to be just over $1 for a Mythic, and then another Adventurous Impulse and a Blink card. Just think, every one of those is a Black Lotus. No? That's not how that works? All right, a Heated Debate. Expel. All right, another rare in the middle. Illuminate History. Tend to the Pests. Start from scratch. Go Blank is actually an uncommon that's just over $1. And then we have a Leonin Light Scribe, and a Claim the Firstborn, and a Bayou Groff, followed by a Spirit Token. So lots of cards to sleeve up. The Go Blank is actually the most valuable card out of all of them, at just over $1.50. Black actually has 2 uncommons, Go Blank and Plumb the Forbidden, that are both over $1. In total, there's 5 uncommons and 1 common, the Dragon's Approach, that are over $1. So it's nice to see the, oh, here we go, Mascot Exhibition showing up here. Not a high value card from what I can tell. Then we have an Explosive Welcome, an Eye Witch, a Killian, and a Strixhaven Stadium. Oh, followed by a Growth Spiral. So again, despite a Mythic and 2 rares in that particular pack, the uncommon takes the cake. Or excuse me, the common takes the cake. There we go. Lots of moving around here, like a dealer in Vegas. Open. All right. All right, so we have an Expressive Iterations. This is going to be another one of our uncommons that's over $1. In fact, this one's over $6. Secret Rendezvous, Hall Monitor, and then we're going to have an Archmage Emeritus, just over $3, and then a Shock and another Treasure. So that was a pretty good pack, probably around $10 in value in that pack total. Very nice to see that. Wrangler, and we get a Blade Historian, followed by a Duress and a blank card. So the Blade Historian is just over $1, so we get a little bit of value out of that pack. Alright, the old Bayou again. Just keeping an eye out for the mid-pack rare, Test of Talents, Reconstruct History, Team Pennant. Alright, Flame Scroll Celebrant, followed by a Thrill of Possibility and an Avatar token. So no value in that particular pack. I'm just going to slide this up here, make myself a little bit of room. I don't want my elbow to bump the card, shake the camera. Alright, here we go again. Thunderous Operator, Demograph, Grinning. Alright, and then we have a Baleful Mastery, a Divine Gambit, an Arrogant Poet, and foil showing on up. Alright, first day of class. Expand Anatomy, Overgrown Art, Civil Quill Apprentice, Academic Dispute, followed by a Dragonic Intervention. Feels a little deja vu-ish. Village Rites and an Inkling. And if they want to duplicate a Demonic Tutor, I'm all about it. Just don't duplicate the 10-cent rare. That does nothing for anybody. Alright, Blackwrist Trudge, Ruthra, Fortifying Drought. Going to get an Ingenious Mastery from blue, and a Revitalize, and a no token. So no value to speak of in that pack. Alright, Twin Scroll Shaman, Teach by Example, Stonebinder's Familiar, Return Passcaller, Ardent Dustspeaker. Oh, and look at that, we've got another extended art mythic coming in here. The Tanazir Quandrix. Yeah, so this is going to be just over $3. And then we're going to have an Agonizing Remorse and a Nothing. Okay, so 2 borderless extended art cards in this box, both mythics. That's nice to see, a little pleasant surprise. Be sure to stay tuned after the video where I'll do the entire box analysis, talk about duplication, talk about set coverage, expected set value, how much value did we see in this box. All right, Ecological Appreciation, Mythic at a green, not a high value card, and then Duress and a Pest. And I'll kind of break down what's available in this box and what's not, right? So some of the cards are only available in the Set Booster Box product. Some are only available in the Collector Collector Box product. So it's good to know what you're getting into and why the price of the products is so different when you see them out there. All right, so we got a Storm Kiln Arsonist. This is going to be another one of our uncommons, just over $3. Mortality Spear. All right, and then we're going to get the Biblioplex coming in from our land cycle. Not one of our high value lands. All right, and then we're going to have a Mana Tithe coming in from the school, and then a Fractal token. So not high value rares in that particular case. Our uncommon was the win. Alright, Twin Scroll, Square Up. Alright, Decisive Denial, Professor. We've got a Fracture coming in. And then we got a Silver Quill Silencer, followed by a Cultivate and a Pest. So again, very low value pack there. Nothing to call out and get excited about. Down to 3 packs, and here we go. Divide by 0, Golden Ratio, Spell Satchel. And we've got a Semester's End, followed by a God's Willing, and a Nothing card. All right, no value to speak of in that particular pack. Professor of Zoomanity. All right, there's a Plum the Forbidden. It's going to be one of our uncommons, just over $1. Wormhole Serpent, Rip Apart. And we're going to see another land here, Frostboil Snarl. So this one's going to be just over $1. All right, then we got a Day of Judgment Mythic showing up from the school. This is going to be just over $2. And then an Inkling. So we saw 3 cards of value in that particular pack. So we'll count that one as a win. And let's see if our last pack is going to have something amazing. Guardian, Infuse, Campus, Inkling, Mascot, Excavation, Inkcaster. All right, so we got an Exponential Growth. All right, and then we got a Doomblade. And then a foil Quandrix Cultivator, and then a no token. All right, everyone, stay tuned. I'll go ahead and get all this sorted, run the analysis, and be back with you in just a second.
All right, we're back. Everything's been sorted and inventoried. Now let's get into the MTG box analysis. Before we jump into the value and coverage of this booster box, let's talk about the set. As I mentioned during the opening, Strixhaven contains 2 sets of cards. School of Mages, which is the main set, and Mystical Archives, which I would call the subset because you can't just go out and purchase a pack of Mystical Archives. They're only found inside Strixhaven products. The Strixhaven School of Mages set contains 375 total cards, including 81 extended art cards and 10 basic lands. The 10 basic lands are exclusive to the set booster box product, and the extended art cards are exclusive to the collector booster box product. The Mystical Archives set contains 63 cards, but there's technically 6 variants of each card. You have your standard non-foil, you have your regular foil, you have your etched foil. You have your standard non-foil Japanese alternate art, foil Japanese alternate art, and etched foil Japanese art. The booster box we opened is only eligible for the 63 English non-foil and foil cards. The Japanese art and etched foils are exclusive to the collector booster box product. Now that we've covered what's possible in the set, let's see how this box stacks up. In the School of Mages set, we saw a proportional amount of cards for the different colors of Magic, with black having the least at 23 and red having the most at 28. We did see 147 gold cards, but that too is proportional because in this particular set, gold has 90 cards. In the foil space, we saw 12 cards out of 36 packs, or about 1 every 3 packs. In the Mystical Archives, we only saw 1 foil, but a pretty even amount of cards from each of the primary colors. Let's now take a look at this booster box's coverage of the School of Mages set. In this box, we saw 220 unique non-foil cards, which accounts for 77% of the cards we were eligible to see. With only 12 foils, we only covered about 4% of the set, but this is to be expected with any booster box product of the modern age. In the Mystical Archives, we saw 30 unique cards, which accounts for 48% of the 63 cards in the non-flashy version of the set. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, this booster box product is eligible to see 105 commons, 80 uncommons, 69 rares, and 30 mythics from the School of Mages set. In the non-foil space, we saw every single common, 96% of the uncommons, 45% of the rares, and 23% of the mythics. In the foil space, we had far less coverage with only 12 cards, but we did see 1 mythic, 2 rares, 4 uncommons, and 5 commons. The Mystical Archive set contains only uncommon, rare, and mythic cards. There are no commons. In the non-foil space, we saw all 18 of the uncommons. We saw 9 of the 30 rares and 3 of the 15 mythics. In the foil space, we only saw 1 card, and unfortunately, it was an uncommon. Out of the 540 cards we saw, none of the foils were duplicates, but 6 of the Mystical Archives and 287 of the School of Mages were duplicates. This means that 54% of the box was duplicate cards. Let's talk about potential value of the cards in the School of Mages set. This chart shows all the cards in the set by dollar category. 6 of the cards are valued over $10, 9 are valued over $5, and 64 are valued over $1. While the extended art cards do have value, this set does not hold a significant amount of value in this category. The price differentiator or justification for one of those collector booster boxes are the foil etched and the Japanese alternate art cards. Just look at all of the potential value on the right side of this chart. Now, while we can't get any of that out of a traditional booster box, there is still an opportunity for value. 4 of the cards available to us in the booster box product are valued over $10, 3 are valued over $5, and 16 are valued over $1. The remaining 40 are under $1. Now let's go over the value that we saw in this box. In this box, we saw 16 cards valued over $1. Our biggest hit was a Beledros Witherbloom valued at $12.16, followed by a $5.97 Expressive Iteration and the $7.45 Crackle with Power. In the foil space, we only had 1 medium-sized hit, which was the Magma Opus valued at $6.44. The remaining School of Mages foils were all under 25 cents. The Mystical Archives in this box were kinda deadly. Our best hit was a Mizzix Mastery at $5.73. We did also get 4 additional cards between $1 and $5, but we missed all of the big hits, such as Teferi's Protection at $40.15 and the Demonic Tutor at $42.60. Better luck next time, I guess. Here's a quick look at the top 4 foils we saw in the box. Unlike my last opening for Time Spiral Remastered, Strixhaven foils are averaging around 2 times their non-foil prices, whereas the Time Spiral Remastered is closer to 10x, despite being released only about a month apart. This is what adding a collector and set booster box product to the product line, as they did for Strixhaven, will do to the value of those foils. So how did this box perform overall? Well, I purchased this box through a Patreon subscription for $85, not including tax. We opened 36 packs with 15 cards each, seeing a total of 540 cards. In the non-foil space, we saw $86.21 in total value. In the foil space, we saw $7.77. The tokens added another $6.10, and finally, the Mystical Archives added $22.07. This brought our box total to $122.15 in value. That's a gain of $37.15 over the price I paid, which equates to about 144% of the box price being returned in card value. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to click the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more MTG box analysis. Until next time, do something amazing.